Disappointed. We come away with a loss, obviously. Not the column that we wanted to check. I'm extremely happy and proud of the effort our guys used to fight back and get in the game. This has been a resilient group all year. I thought our students were great. The energy that we were able to feed off of them down the stretch was big time for us. Michigan State's a great basketball team, and they made plays down the stretch. Malik Hall made a tough shot, well coached by a Hall of Famer and a great guy and Coach Is. For us, I have to do a better job of making sure we close out the first half in a better standing for our team. I thought we did a pretty good job of getting to the free throw line and attacking. We're going 11-0 run to give us a chance to get back in the ball game and show some fight. So after we were down 15. So didn't make enough plays down the stretch to win the game, but, we can definitely pull a couple things from this game and use it to continue to build what we're trying to do here is build momentum going into the tail end of conference season.
Danny, what did you kind of see on that last play for them? It seemed like basically they hauled us one-on-one matchup with Reese trailing a little bit there. We thought they were going to get into a side ball screen, and it became a kind of a roll and replace type of action. Hall made a good read. He put his head down with his right hand and got to the basket and made a tough shot. He was a tough matchup for us all game long. Made a lot of timely buckets, and he made that one as well. And, I thought we did a decent job of trying to contest it, but he got to a spot.
Danny, down 15, what was the key defensively during that comeback? I think at one stretch you guys had turned them over more times than they had baskets.
Effort, energy, and juice. Being able to feed off the crowd when we were able to get stops and deflections was really big for us. And just, the guy just made a decision in those timeouts and throughout the course of the game to get stops and to fight. And, that gave us a chance to be in the ball game.
Hey, Coach. So, two very similar things happened at halftime in your last two games. You guys kind of really stalled out. But against Indiana, you guys weren't able to fight back and get back into it. But today you really were, and you stayed in it for the rest of the game. So what happened then, and what changed this time around?
Made more shots, right? At the end of the day, we made more shots. Indiana game, we struggled from the field all game long. We made more shots. We did a better job of getting to the free throw line in this game and scoring points from the free throw line. And we did a better job of taking care of the basketball. They scored a lot of points in the first half. Where's my stat sheet? They scored 14 points in the first half off of our turnovers. They finished the game with 17. So we did a much better job of taking care of the ball in the second half.
That last 6 minutes when you went with Dante at the 5, it seemed like you guys were able to disrupt them a lot defensively. You held them out of field goal for about 6 minutes there, and then offensively, the spacing was a lot better. Like Dante was able to get to his post up there in the paint. Offensively and defensively, what can you kind of build on from that going forward and with that lineup on both sides of the ball?
We've used that lineup before, and it's something that we'll go to from time to time. But it was actually they went small. Right, so they had Hauser and Hall up there at the 4 and 5 early I think in the first half a little bit, and then down the stretch. And so that for us, I like that type of matchup. We can put a lot of length out there with a small lineup and switch a lot of different things defensively. We have to do a better job of getting downhill when we have that small lineup. But that's what you're competing up against two teams, kind of a chess match. And we did some good things at times with the small lineup, and other times, we could do a little bit better in terms of getting the ball to the paint and playing from there. But I like the small lineup for our team.
Coach, it didn't look like Fats had any lingering effects from any potential injury. I was just kind of curious, was there at any point where you knew for sure that he was going to be able to go, and what were your general thoughts on how he performed tonight?
I told you after our last game, we had a light practice, so we didn't do much, kind of a walkthrough. He was braced up for that particular practice. We came out yesterday, and he did a little bit, but not enough for me to say, wow, I know he's going to play. So we come back today, we go through shoot around, and he does a few things. When shoot around is over, we put him through some drills. He feels comfortable enough to go out there and play. I thought he did a really good job in terms of just being out there and willing himself to play. I know he was playing in some discomfort. I could see it on his face during times of at timeouts, and then when he get banged up with somebody. But he fights. That's to see him out on the court does not surprise me, because that's just the type of young man he is.
Coach, you mentioned how you guys are closing out the first half. So what do you attribute that to as you go back and look and the struggle at the end of that first half?
Well, I mean, you can look at a lot of different things. I think the Indiana half, I mean, Trace Davis makes a great play. He goes up and he gets a loose ball, and he's got a quick second bounce and scores it and gives them some momentum. This game, just not finishing the way that we need to in terms of the communication defensively. You're going to have breakdowns. You're not going to play perfect ball. But when you do have those breakdowns, if you're able to communicate, you're able to talk through it and make extra efforts, you're able to cover up for mistakes. So we have to finish up those first halves by covering up any mistakes that we do make with effort, extra efforts, and energy-generating behaviors. And, we haven't done that the last two halves.
Thanks, Coach. We'll have Eric and Fats